What's going on, people? Quick update. It's gonna be a short, sweet vlog. Yeah, it's kind of behind on some stuff. I'm kind of a little behind on the vlogs. It's actually Sunday morning, because yesterday, unfortunately, I had to go to work, and by the time I got home and got to working on some other stuff, I lost track of time and didn't even pick the camera up. So I don't know if you can see in the background there, we got some Panera this morning, got some bagels, which, by the way, the cinnamon toast crunch bagels are phenomenal. So what little bit of time I did have yesterday, I worked on the 3D printer. I got the bed tamered correctly. I figured out where my problem was. I still got allergies, sinus stuff going on. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Yeah.
I got baseball today.
So I think it's the Z axis sensor for the, now I may have this all messed up, for the Y axis or something like that. I forget. Anyways, it was adjusted too high off the rail, so the sensor was stopping the extruder not at its true home point, or true 0 point. So I adjusted that, and then I also, adjusted the bed, and it was still real wobbly. So I come to find out, I had a wheel that needed tightened to its rail because it was real loose. But anyways, so this, in the last vlog or two, you've seen I printed this little Pokemon guy. Well, after doing all that yesterday, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna reprint it, and it actually turned out better. It's hard to see on the camera, but the feet turned out better. The hands turned out better. It looks a lot more uniform and smooth than the very first time. So this would have been second print, third time I printed. Well, then I thought, well, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good, right? So I pull up Tinkercad, and because Dominique was like, I really want you to make like some kind of name tag for the kids for their bat bags. So I was like, you know what, I'll get on Tinkercad and play around, do just like a simple, like luggage tag with the name engraved in it or cut through it. And the first round that I did, I had the settings all screwed up. Not when I made it or designed it, but when I took it to the printer, I didn't have the bed set to the correct temp. The nozzle temp wasn't set properly, so it wasn't like, anyways. And then the nozzle plugged up. And then as it's printing, it's like halfway through, and the one tag starts warping off the board. Next thing you know, it comes flying off the board, knocks the other one off the board. So I had to stop it. Did a little research, did some redesigning, which I ended up tossing those. I don't even have them. And I only did one tag yesterday once I got more of a design set up. But this is how it ended up. I don't know if you'll see it, but there's a little hole for a key ring, and then I used some different letters so that you can actually like read it. I don't know. There you go. But it turned out really good. But I think I might have had the bed turned up too much because the bottom of it is kind of like smoothed out. You can't really see the angle, or what is it, rectangular pattern as you can on the top. But I'm using CR PET G filament, which is kind of like this next step up from PLA filament. And PLA filament is a lot easier to print with, I guess. Not high temps, but anything I've read, like PETG's like the prime spot. You know, in between, perfect. It's got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's kind of like the perfect in between. But yeah, there's some learning curve to getting it to print, unless you know you're using somebody else's file. But even then, this would probably look 100 times better if I had the printer set up correctly. But the big task now is when I design something or take the STL file and move it over to the Reality Slicer app, figuring out how to adjust the settings according to what I'm printing or the filament I'm printing, so that when it's time to put the SD card in the printer, it has all the settings that it needs and it sets up correctly. Because I was constantly like, well, that's not the right temp, and having to go in and manually adjust it. Well, that's not the right temp of the bed. And then it would change it. And a lot of that's because the file for this name tag is still under a PLA setting from the Slicer app. So I have to learn how to do that. So right now we are the kids are playing Monopoly. We did a little bit of cleanup, Sunday morning cleanup, and that's really about it to get the day started. It's been a gloomy, crappy day yesterday, and also I had to work, and I was in the rain. So currently, I'm a mechanic for a concrete company. And yesterday we had DOT checks, and we had to do it in the rain. And then this morning we get up and there's more rain.
I've been in jail at least 4 times already.
And if you have a stuffy nose, plug it. I get to clean.
I still got the printer out here on the table. I gotta get her in our bedroom where our desk is, and I've got to find a spot for it. And then I'm probably going to get a new monitor this week, possibly. Possibly, we'll see. I'm cringing at spending the money that it costs for this printer or for this monitor.
It was literally
It doesn't do what Daddy needs.
What do you need it to do? I can tell you if it doesn't.
4K.
How's 4K?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
I promise you it doesn't.
It's 4K, 210p.
What's 210p?
Dad needs 1080p.
I need 4K, which is 3196 by 2140.
Yeah, that's 4K. Hard to believe, but it is 4K.
I promise you it's not. It's not big enough. And it has to have Rec 709 color space.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly.
Can you unpack this, please?
I don't know about that, but it has 210p, which that's just the frame rate.
Whoa.
I almost lost it. And then plug in that.
Plug in what?
That candle warmer.
No, I promise you your monitor does not have.
Come here, come back to me.
No, I need you to
No.
adjust that back
I'm
some.
going to.
It's not long enough. Now it is. Can't. God dang it.
You having difficulties?
Well, you know, there's only
No, that's
like
that's 2 properties that
little
are
bit of
gonna
room.
give away, even though you're gonna have 3 sets of
There we
properties
go.
that you're gonna almost complete.
trying to plug
So
that
no.
in there.
You'll see, you're gonna need
Not easy.
dying. For some reason, it's got root rot.
But I might have to do.
That's why you're getting whooped.
Bro, no, I'm not. I have more properties than you.
That don't mean anything.
They wanted to play Monopoly last night, and I whooped them.
No.
No, I.
Here we go. Here's all the explanations, the excuses.
Bankrupt because all y'all.
Can you throw this away?
No, you chose to go bankrupt because you don't want to play.
No, it's because I
What?
don't have enough. All my stuff on mortgage.
Plant.
I don't know why they keep getting root rot.
They'll
Have you been
they'll give
watering
excuses all day today as to why they lost last night.
I beat you today. It's just because it was night.
Oh, you're gonna beat me today. That's just like after we played Monopoly. Briar's
them?
like,
Who said we were gonna play today?
You beat me
Briar's-
by 10.
Briar's
you beat me
like-
by 10. You're not even that good.
Briar's like, you want to get your butt whooped in 2K? And I said,
You beat me by 10.
what? Because you beat me one time out of the thousand times,
You beat me
Right?
by 10.
he thinks he's some professional, and he's like, I'm gonna whoop your butt in 2K.
Oh, sure, I didn't do that.
Listen, it don't matter if I beat you by 10, 2, 20, I still win. You beat me once out of 1,000 times. Your win percentage is like
I'm
.0000001.
not gonna get those.
So
Wilbur,
he
go.
lost.
It's trash.
We done.
Clean it up over here.
What are these dogs doing?
Okay? You see it.
There's Chong. There's my old man slippers I've had for like 15 years and still not getting rid of them.
No, because they're like specialty broke into your foot.
They are. And I always wear them when we're cleaning because every time you like clean the counters off or whatever, you get always get that gritty like stuff all over the floor before you sweep. And I can't stand it. I'm always like wiping my feet off and I can't do it. So,
Why is there no money?
I think we're going to get the rest of the house cleaned up. We got a busy schedule, like I said. It's gonna be kind of another one of those 2-part days. One part you'll see this afternoon, this evening. The other part you'll see tomorrow. You'll have to wait. Because I was kind of lazy yesterday and just didn't feel like, well, not really didn't feel like, just didn't pick the camera up. So,
No, you didn't feel like picking the camera up.
That said, I hate this. I'm not doing no more.
no, I don't hate it.
I'm just kidding.
I love it.
Are you sure?
I do. I really do. I love it. I wish I could do it more and like all the time. That's my goal. That's my goal, to be able to focus strictly on this. So yes, part 1 of 2 again. Like I said, I got behind, lost track of time, didn't get the camera picked up and film anything yesterday. So stay tuned for part 2, I guess.
You be unfiltered.
Nobody's gonna. No.
Leave you.
No.
Be unfiltered.
Here we go.
Catch you back.
Here we go again. Me trying to say something and these two interrupting me
What'd you
or
say?
What?
trying to
No.
talk over me.
What?
Enough. Seriously, guys. That. Let me know if your kids do that
I don't think
or anybody does that. You go to try to talk and they try to talk over you.
Be like, leave
But thanks for watching.
you. Leave you. Be unfiltered and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Thanks for the support. And I mean, you've been hearing it in the background. Be you, be unfiltered, and we'll catch you guys next time.